Hello students, I hope that everybody is fine at your home. Yes, so let's start with the new lecture today. Um, the last class we have completed chapter 4 in civics. That was the key elements of the democratic government. I hope that you understood the chapter. I hope that you have been reading the entire chapter very well and you are studying well. I hope that and also completing the notes. So today, students will be discussing a new chapter. As these chapters have been, they are just the connection of each chapter. Okay, that we complete. So the next chapter says about the Panchayati Raj. What is the name of the chapter? Panchayati Raj. And what does this chapter mean? What are things that we are going to see in this chapter? So what happens after people elect their representatives? So we have seen that what is democratic government? That in democratic government, people elect the person, okay, as their representative, okay, for the nation. These things we have seen. But in this chapter, what you are going to learn. So how are decisions made? Okay. Now let's look at how this takes place in rural areas, means in villages. How this there is kind of governmental activity is going on in villages also. For what we might have heard Gram Panchayat, Gram Sabha. So these things are small kind of group of people who decide for the betterment of their villages. In villages, this is what we see. So how are decisions made? Now let's have a look at how this takes place in rural areas. Hence, we look at the Gram Sabha, which is a meeting where people directly participate and seek answers from their elected representatives. What is Gram Sabha? Means it is a meeting where people directly participate and they get answers from who? From that elected person, okay, whom they have elected as their representative. So they ask the questions to that representative and he gives or he provides the answers for their questions. This is what now how the decisions are made in villages. Let's see that is what we're going to see in this chapter. For the let's see that people elect their representatives. Okay, what happens after that? How decisions are made. So in this chapter, we will study how decisions are made in rural areas. Okay, as I have already said, and we will look at Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha. What is Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha that we are going to learn in this chapter. Okay, students. So let's start. First, let's have a look on the topics that we're going to discuss today. The first is we are about the decisions in rural India. In the entire India, wherever the rural areas are or wherever the villages are, in those villages, how the decisions are made. What are the decisions made in those villages? And what are the basic things of the villages? Then we are going to see about what is Gram Sabha, what is Gram Panchayat, then what are the basic differences between Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat, okay, then who is the secretary, okay, then key points means in this chapter there is a short story is given. So we are going to see that story also to understand this chapter properly. But that story will understand in key points, means in a short way, point by point, but means point wise will understand the story also from this chapter. And what was the highlight of that story? That is water storage issue. So that also we are going to see in this chapter. Then what is watershed management? Then what is the final decision in water storage issue? So these are the today's topic in this chapter that we are going to cover. So let's start. So here, as I have said, we will look at the what is Gram Panchayat and what is Gram Sabha. So let's get started from the basics. What are the basic of this chapter? What are the basic things? that are mentioned in this chapter. So let's understand that there are two institutions in a village level. So if we take in a village level, there are two institutions. Which are they? First is Gram Sabha, second is Gram Panchayat. So Gram Panchayat includes the Panchayat members, means they are also known as Panchas. Okay, the people who are included in Gram Panchayat are known as who? Panchas. Okay, students, do concentrate in what I'm trying to explain you. Okay, and these are the points that you can see on the screen. These are the important points. Okay, you have to while you read the textbook, you have to underline these points also. These are the important points that's been highlighted in yellow font, or what are by this thick points are given. So these points you have to underline also when you read the textbook. Okay, yeah. So Gram Panchayat includes the Panchayat members and they are called Panchayat. Okay, and these Panchayat members are elected by who? Gram Sabha members. The members in Gram Panchayat are elected by Gram Sabha members. So who is bigger one? Gram Sabha is the bigger one, and Gram Panchayat is under this Gram Sabha. Why? Because the Gram Panchayat members are all that numbers are already selected by whom? Or elected by whom? Gram Sabha means who is bigger? Gram Sabha is the bigger among Gram Panchayat, and Gram Sabha is the so Gram Sabha is the main group, and under that it is Gram Panchayat. Okay. And the Panchayat president is called as who? What is the name of the Panchayat president or Gram Panchayat president? He is called as Sarpanch. He is known as who? Sarpanch. Okay. Uh, and the Gram Panchayat is elected for how many years? 5 years. As we all know that the national government level is also the tenure or the period of time for the Indian government is also for 5 years only. Means in every 5 years it changes. In the same way, in the village level, if we consider the Gram Panchayat, it is also elected for 5 years. Okay. Now let's understand about what is Gram Sabha. So Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. So what is that? Gram Sabha means in that all the members are adults, means they are above the age of 18. Okay, means all are adults. Okay, 18. All the people who are above 18 years of, not 80, not 80. I'm talking about 1818. So all the members who are more than 18 years of age are known as adults. And in Gram Sabha, you will see all adult people only. So all adults who live, so Gram Sabha is a meeting of all adults who live in the area covered by a panchayat. Okay, means we can say area covered could be only one village or a few villages. Okay, there are two conditions in that in Gram Sabha. That first is that can be the area that could only have one village or few villages. Then who can become a member in that Gram Sabha? For that, two requirements are needed. That is, one is anyone who is 18 years of age or more. Means he or she should have 18 years, should be 18 years or more than 18 years, and he and who has the right to vote, and he should be the person who has the right to vote. So he or she only can become the member of this Gram Sabha. Okay. Now let's see what is Gram Panchayat. So a village or a group of villages together make a village panchayat. So what is that? Village or a village means one village or group of villages together makes what? Village panchayat. Okay. So each village panchayat is divided into smaller areas called wards. They are known as wards. What do you mean by wards? Means every village panchayat is divided into small areas which are known as wards. Okay, and each ward elects a representative who is called ward member. Means punch. Okay, so each ward elects a representative who is called ward member. Okay, means punch. So the ward member in that smaller area, every area, each representative is selected, and that each member is known as, and that ward member, that elected ward member is known as Panch. Okay, and all members of Gram Sabha also elect a Sarpanch. Means above them, above all of them, one person is elected, who is known as the most high above all these. Above, he is above the Panch also, who is known as what? Sarpanch, means the Panchayat president. He is the president of the entire Gram Panchayat. Okay, so the word Panchayat and the Sarpanch together form the Gram Panchayat. Understood? So Gram Panchayat has what? Uh, Panchayat as well as Sarpanch together. Okay, so which forms Gram Panchayat. Okay, so if you have not understood that, there is an easy way to understand. Let's understand. See on the screen. Suppose, see this yellow column is given. Okay, so see that purple. It is suppose we consider that purple area, that purple rectangle is the area covered by, is what? It is the area covered by a village panchayat. Means now just imagine that this is the area covered by a village panchayat, okay, and the dots that you are seeing inside that square, okay, means that purple colored dots, they are adults, okay, means they are over 18 years of age, okay. Suppose, means this is an example to understand this entire about Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha, okay. So in this square there are many points are given, okay. So that yellow colored dots, consider means just imagine that this purple colored this purple colored dots are the adults, means who are over 8, means above 18 years of age, and this blue colored dots, consider that they are children, means which are lower than under 18 years of age. So in this area, okay, the adults which cover the 18 years, okay, they are the member of Gram Sabha, and below 18 years of age, they are considered as a, see the area covered by a village. So this entire thing, this entire square is known as village panchayat, and okay, the adults that are included in that, where the adults which are above 18 years of age, they form to be Gram Sabha. Okay. Now let's understand about the word wards as we have seen here. Okay, see in the screen, the second sentence. See, each village panchayat is divided into smaller areas called wards. Okay, so what is wards? Let's understand what is wards in a simple form. See, suppose as I have said that this square, okay, and when these are divided into six parts, means suppose you consider that standard six is divided into how many divisions? Six divisions. That is A, B, C, D, A, B, C, D, E, and F. Okay. In that, suppose here in every class, one person is elected as the monitor. Okay. So that person is known as who? Okay, that is what. So one ward member is elected by each ward. So this ward member is called as punch. So in each classroom, one monitor is, or one person is selected as monitor. So that monitor is known as what? Punch. Means I am explaining you as a format of class. Okay. Now let's see what is Sarpanch. Who is Sarpanch? Means, so what happens? The Gram Sabha elects one person as a Panchayat president. So who is that? Now what happens? In all the divisions, from all the divisions of the class, one person is selected who would handle the entire class, including the monitor. Or means you can say, as you can in a school language, if we say head boy, okay, one head boy or head girl is selected who would control who the entire classrooms, including monitors. So that head boy or that he is known as the sarpanch. So this is an example to make you understand. So this is what punch and sarpanch is. Punch means he is a member of ward. Ward means the sections which the villages are divided in that division villages. In that divided villages, one person is elected in every village who is known as punch, and the whole village has one person. And in that, one person is elected who is the head above all the villages, who is known as sarpanch, and he is also known as panchayat president. Okay, this is what the simple format to understand about who is punch and who is sarpanch. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now let's see what are the basic difference between this Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. So in Gram Sabha, it is a meeting of all the adults, okay, and in Gram Panchayat, it only consists of elected members who are elected, and in Gram Sabha is who live in the area covered by Panchayat. Panchayat, what is Panchayat? We have already learned. Panchayat means area covered by one panchayat, the entire area, entire village, that is panchayat. Okay, in that panchayat, the Gram Sabha lives in area covered by the panchayat. Okay, and anyone who lives in that area, okay, Gram Sabha is anyone who lives in that area and who is 18 years of old and who has the right to vote. So he is the member of the Gram Sabha. Now about Gram Panchayat, it consists of only elected members. Those are elected and members are directly elected by the members of Gram Sabha. The members of the Gram Sabha only elect the people in Gram Panchayat. Okay, and Panchayats stay in power for 5 years. Okay, as we have seen, and then again elections take place. Then after again another government or another panchayat comes. So members are called ward members. Means you can, as I explained you, means panchayat, and panchayat president is called the sarpanch. Okay, as I also given you the example of head boy of the entire class 6A. So he is known as. So likewise in a panchayat, a president is selected who is known as sarpanch. Okay. So these are the basic differences of Gram Panchayat and Gram Sabha and Gram Panchayat. Now let's see who is the secretary. So Gram Panchayat has a secretary, not Gram Sabha. Okay, but Gram Panchayat, okay, or the entire village area has the secretary, and this same person is also the secretary of the Gram Sabha also. So secretary is the person who is common in both of them, in Gram Sabha as well as in Gram Panchayat. Okay, so but remember one thing, it is very important. This is the second point. Remember this thing, it is very important point. Who is that? What is that? The secretary is not elected. He is not elected at all by any of the people or any of the government is not elected. It means do not elect secretary. And he is appointed by who? The secretary is appointed by the government only. There is no one has the authority to select or elect the secretary. No, only government has appointed the secretary in every panchayat. Okay. Now, what is the duties of the secretary? Means he is responsible for calling the meetings of Gram Sabha and the Gram Panchayat. So, secretary is a person who, okay, uh, who calls the meetings, okay, in order that people may come for a meeting and decide for certain activities that to be carried out in the Gram Panchayat. So it is the secretary first duty of the secretary. Not his second duty, he also keeps a record of the program. Means whatever program goes on in the Gram Panchayat or Gram Sabha, the secretary keeps the records of it. So this is what a secretary does and who the secretary is. Okay, I hope that you understood. Now, in this chapter, to understand this, let us understand this thing, whole entire thing as a part, as a form of story. So, this chapter has a story, short story, and we will discuss the important points which we can gather from this story. So, let's see what are they. The first story highlights. Okay, the village in the story. What is the village? The name of the village in the story? It is Hardas village, and it is situated on which river? Suru River, so which is 3 kilometers away from the village. So it is situated on that river. This Hardas village is located on that river. Okay, and the Gram Sabha is meeting for the first time. Okay, after the Gram Panchayat has been elected. So after the Gram Panchayat has been elected for that. Uh, and the issue Gram Sabha is meeting for first time for a Gram Panchayat has been elected. Issues discussed, which kind of issues are discussed? Repair of the road. Okay, means if the roads are in bad condition, uh, they discuss about these things, and the issue of water shortage is also discussed, and finalization of list of people below the poverty level, means who are very poor. The BPL categorized people are been recorded. Okay. Uh, and they are finalized for the list. People who are below BPL had to be approved by the Gram Sabha. So this is what the Gram Sabha does. Okay. And now, what was the story of that? Means there was a water shortage issue. What was the problem? Water problem in Hardas village had become very acute. Means it increased. That problem increased in Hardas village. Which problem? Water shortage problem. So what happened? The hand pump water level had gone too low. Okay, and there was almost no water in the taps. No water was available. And women had to get water from the Suru river. Then what were the different suggestions? Let's see suggestion number one. To pipe water from the Suru and make an overhead tank. So people also discuss some ways of getting uh, getting the risk. Okay, so they had a suggestion that people water from the Suru and make an overhead tank, but it was very expensive. And what was the suggestion to deepen or to deep the hand pumps and clean the wells for the season, not in permanent solution. What is third means watershed development. It is a new and interesting idea of having the program or having the suggestion for watershed development. Now, let's see what is the watershed management. Okay, so that is a way of conserving water and recharging. Means the underwater levels are being consumed, means are being not consumed, are conserved. Okay, so when rain comes, that water flow is being recharged and refills the groundwater level. And a Gram Sabha member had seen this in village in Maharashtra. Okay, and he had also heard that government gave money to the village for this work, for this watershed management. And in watershed management, people plant trees and build check dams and tanks. Okay, these are the points for watershed management, how it takes place. Now, what is the final decision of this problem, of this watershed problem? What happened? This panchayat decided to deepen the two hand pumps, which they used to do with the hand pumps and clean one well, so that village has water in short term. So what did they do? They deepened the two hard pumps and clean one well, so that village gets more water. Okay, and they also decided to approach who? The block development officer, and to get more details and guidance about watershed program in the long term solution. This is what the final decision was made in the water issue. Now, in the next lecture, we are going to see about the role of Gram Sabha, okay, in the three levels of Panchayat. This is the most important topic we are going to cover in the next lecture. I hope that you understood. Read the entire portion that I have explained. You have to read uh, you have to read from page number uh, in the textbook, page number, it is 43, 43, 44, 45, okay, 46, okay, up to 46 and 47, page number 47, up to that block development officer, up to there you have to read the entire portion. In page number 47, in the left side, okay, below the picture, there is a paragraph. Means in the last third line, there is a written about block development officer up to there, and get more information on the scheme. So up to that scheme, you have to read today's portion entire from this first part. Okay, I hope that you understood. I will continue in the next lecture. Until then, take care and bye.